In 1940, after she returned to America from France to escape the war, Anais and Nin mostly lived separately from her husband, Hugo Guilar, in a Greenwich Village fourth-floor walk-up. Her fiction was not selling, so to make extra money for her lovers, she took up writing pornography. As she speaks to the audience, the past unfolds. The Robert Duncan referred to will become a well-known poet. He is gay and has been spreading the rumor that he had sex with Virginia Admiral's husband, Robert De Niro Sr., and her on the same day. Duncan exits, and Virginia refuses to speak to him.
I'm sorry to see that. It's been spreading that story all over town. Well, writers like to magnify, expand, enlarge. You owe me $2 for the collector's stuff, $3 for the diary, and $4 for last week. You really should pay me more, Anais. I have to slow down my typing because you make so many changes, and I need more money now. I can give you $5 today and the rest on Friday when the collector comes. Things have changed. I must write at least 20 pages by tonight. I'm pregnant. Oh dear. De Niro's child, not Duncan's, I can assure you. Are you going to have it? Aren't you happy for me? Oh, yes. But given the uncertainty of things these days, I wonder. I know money will be difficult, but I can type for you right up to the last minute. In fact, I'd appreciate all the work you can give me. Certainly. Yes. But what about your painting? You know I'm not much good. I may be more creative as a mare to De Niro's stallion. Don't say that. It's just a joke. Are you all right? I'm distracted. You'll have that back by Friday, then. Thank you. Thank you. Come by this evening. I can't tell you how courageous you are. I don't think it's so very courageous. I do. You'll have a baby someday. You'll have to be more careful going down those stairs now. By Friday, then. I have a ton of work to do before Hugo arrives. We're going out. Friday! She had a boy. He became an actor and appears in films. You've seen him? Well, he has me to thank for talking Virginia out of an abortion. Oh, yes, once. But it died. And then I got pregnant again. I wasn't in my 20s anymore. And our life was just so topsy-turvy, muddled, disjointed. It didn't seem fair to have a baby with that awful war. And to be perfectly honest with you, I wouldn't know whose baby it would be. Except, I knew it wouldn't be Hugo's. It would be all mine.
Of course, nothing to worry about.
You're an exceptionally good person, Hugo.
You sure he's a real doctor?
It'll be fine. My moon is aligned with Venus.
Mine is aligned with Mercury still. It's surgery, isn't it?
No worse than having a tooth pulled.
I love you, Anais.
I know.
I don't know what I'd do without you. My life will be flat and empty like a canvas. It's just been stretched.
I know. He went with me. He paid the doctor. He took me home. I had nightmares he would do God knows what, which is why, if I divorced him, which is why I didn't when I later married Rupert Poole. It's a long story, but I'm not married to them both anymore. Henry Miller, on the other hand, thought Hugo smothered me. And perhaps I did use that, how could I desert such a good man, to excuse myself later, when Henry wanted me to run off with him instead. It's as if we have the supernatural ability to see through the veil to the luminous heart. Some people are just more highly evolved than other people. Most people see tomorrow when it comes. Artists see it today, as though our understanding stood on a mountaintop overlooking a valley filled with all the others. Henry Miller was one of those objective visionaries, until he lost his fire.
You know what I hate about America, Anais.
Have you seen my pen?
It's frigid, puritanical, a bit cockeyed and cracked. Looks like the cities were built by demented giants. It's cheap, vulgar, tawdry, trash. Otherwise, it's top-notch.
I could have sworn I put it here.
New York is so full of Jews. It's another problem with America. Materialism. Let's not forget stupid optimism.
Did you use it?
Should have stayed in Greece, where the people have spirit. Speak Greek.
Well, of course they would.
How unusual, Anais.
Why, certainly they would.
Joke.
Haha.
Let's flee to some mountaintop and wait this war out. Huh?
Robert must have taken it. So irresponsible.
I said, let's flee to some mountaintop in Tibet or California and wait this war out. It has nothing to do with us.
I heard you. It was my good Schaefer's, and all I have are pencils. I have to write at least 20 pages for Virginia to type.
I said, let's climb to some mountain.
You don't need to repeat yourself.
Don't write any more of that garbage. You know, I think you'd really like California, Anais. But we'll go anywhere you like.
I have to find my pen.
We'll off to Paris after the war is over. Live the old life. Separately from her husband, Hugo Guilar, in the Greenwich Village fourth-floor walk-up. Her fiction wasn't selling, so she took up writing pornography. The audience is her host as she gives a reading from the recently published pornography, a bestseller 30 years after it was written. It is 1974, and as she speaks to the audience, the past, the 1940s, unfolds. In this scene, Gonzalo, her communist lover, is hiding behind a curtain that divides the room in two.
I Madame of the House of Erotica. Not easy. You try to think up something new about sex all the time. After a while, I couldn't rely on my own experience. I read the Kama Sutra for suggestions. Read Miller, of course. Brought friends into the project. Duncan, although his was a man's fantasy about a woman's fantasy. Clarice Crosby, the publisher of James Joyce, you know, she wrote some erotica. And Virginia Admiral. She came together with Robert Duncan from California to New York, but she married Robert De Niro Sr., and they fell out with Duncan. Oh, and of course there was George Barker, the British poet. He made love like he was having a fit. All that jerking around, which never got anywhere. So many people, such a difficult time, but exciting and wonderful.
I typed up to 55 pages and 8 pages for the diary.
But it wasn't Paris.
You owe me $10.35 plus $12 for my own porn.
Erotica. Can't you wait until Friday, Virginia? The collection is coming and I get my allowance from Hugo.
Haven't you any money? Anais,
Not a sou, truly.
it's not that.
I feel dreadful.
Is that tea? We're all friends, right?
What's wrong?
I can't stand Robert Duncan anymore.
You two were such good friends.
Not anymore. It's too embarrassing.
You can tell me.
He tried to seduce De Niro.
Oh, he tries to seduce every man he meets. Every beautiful man. You know that. And he just broke up with my cousin.
He succeeded.
Oh, well. It's not like Robert was cheating with a woman now, is it?
You can't mean that, Anais.
It's his good angel intertwined with his bad angel. That's his charm.
You haven't heard the worst of it. After they did it, Duncan told De Niro that he'd slept with me that morning.
Oh, that was not charming. But he makes things up, didn't he?
I've been faithful since we were married, Anais. Really? And besides, Duncan couldn't anyway. Be careful of him. He has a mean streak and is sneaky.
If you want to get back at Duncan, why don't you use this experience and write a piece for the paper?
But it never happened.
All the better.
Isn't Henry due back?
Not yet.
You be careful that you don't get caught.
If Henry goes off places, he has no right to care. I sit here writing every hour just to send him money.
Can't you give me just a few dollars? I wanted to buy canvas and paint for De Niro. But I guess I can wait. Remember, don't trust Robert Duncan. Ta-ta.
I'll be right there, Louise. Oh, Hugo! What a surprise! Hugo!
Damn those stairs. Who's Louise?
Louise Rayner,
Yes.
actress, Academy Award.
Oh, yes. I should really keep up with those things. I really did lose contact with friends.
I'm thinking about writing a play for her. Her husband won't.
Does he write plays?
She's married to Clifford Odets, Hugo.
Isn't he a commie?
He's a playwright.
Well, you've never written a play, Anais, and shouldn't get involved with that set.
Had we an afternoon rendezvous, Hugo?
I just wanted to make sure you hadn't forgotten about tonight.
Tonight?
The annual fare for the bank officers.
Oh dear, can't you go by yourself?
It's important for my status.
But I'm writing, and I have to spend time with Louise. She's such a sad, needy, unhappy thing, Hugo.
The president of the bank likes to see that his executives are married and settled.
I'm analyzing her.
Everyone is supposed to turn up. It's good for the bank family.
Can't you just give my regrets? All those chilly rules are so silly.
It's part of the way things work.
Leave the bank.
There's nothing I'd like to do more.
You could work on your art.
I'll tell you what. I'll cash in my pension. We'll live off the income from my investments. You'll leave the studio and cut loose your children, and we'll go to Maine and live on $75 a week or less. Wouldn't that be grand?
Maine?
Just until people begin buying my etchings and you begin selling your books.
We'll think about it. Your horoscope says it's not a propitious time for an Aquarius to make a change.
Well, maybe we could
You're
go...
in the wrong house.
We could go to Mexico or Cuba.
Cuba?
Dirt cheap there, and the weather is good. I have family.
Awful enough moving here.
When the war is over, we can go back to Paris.
Anyway, you win. I'll be there as your dutiful, fascinating, and engaging wife. I'll charm your bankers even if they are Jewish.
I'll pick you up at 6.
Even if I have to ride all through the night. It's just a bad time for high seas, and I suppose I just have to accept that.
I can beg off if you really want.
You can't quit your job just yet.
No matter what, Anais, I will always do anything to make you happy.
You're my solid rock, my comforter, father, supporter. I can't conceive of life without you. Hugo!
Anais.
But right now I have to get back to work.